Well, hello there.
Welcome to our brand new podcast, Into the Shadows,
With
made by
DB.
yours truly, DB and BJ.
And today we're gonna talk a whole lot of trash, not gonna lie. Yeah, so episode 1, I've tried to do a podcast before, like 3 years ago, and it really went terribly. So bad that I removed it from the face of the internet. However, I've got a lot more skills now, so hopefully we'll be able to make it better and, get it somewhere. So, what is Into the Shadows, you might be asking? Well, it is where me and my wonderful co-host,
BJ, that's me.
we just look at some of the big things going on in the world right now, give our opinions, laugh, talk a bunch of trash, you know. So what
The
can
usual.
the usual? So what can you expect from our series? So starting from, hopefully, if you guys like the first episode, starting from episode 2, we're gonna have some special guests, who are members of the Ninjago community, who are also stop motion creators.
That's always awesome.
And we'll be interviewing them, etc. We'll also be doing a part on the show where we pick out a few posts that we see on Instagram or YouTube, and just talk about why it's our favorite of the week, why we like it. We can't really judge it, why it could be better, because it's probably going to be better than what we could do. But it's going to be a great time. That section is called Post of the Week. Yeah, very basic.
Very basic indeed, but it should be effective.
And So all the stories that we're going to be talking about in the podcast today have been happening in the last week or so. And they are from reliable news sources online. And so without further ado, let's get started.
Let's go.
This podcast will include some strong language, and if you're a younger viewer discretion and parental guidance is advised. So, how was your week, BJ?
My week was pretty good. I have been working, of course. I had 2 8-hour shifts, good for my internship hours, of course, and good money, good pay, so I won't complain.
Very nice, very nice. And so my week's been all right. We had I was at BritCon, and no, that's not big. That is not a big flashy convention in the States. That is a live stream on YouTube with a bunch of small scale animators who just want views, man. We just want views. So we thought, let's get some good people on it. Because first time around it was just me, Lego DG Studios, and Lego Brick Studios 21. I don't know if that's still his name. It was, at least when we did the first BritCon. And it's kind of just like a reveal of what we've got coming for our channel, what we're planning, etc.
Yeah.
It didn't get the most views. First time around, it only had like 23 or something. This time, it had a lot. Because we invited Kyoto to talk about his series. We also had Bro Cave Studios on talking about his series. And boy, were we surprised with what he had to reveal. He managed to make a trailer in 30 minutes. I mean, that
is something.
That is a good achievement for Bro Cave. No offense.
Yeah, it is.
No offense, bro. We love you. But yeah, and probably to get us the most Yeah, this sounds really bad, but to get us the most views, we invited SB Zeal to do a little talk about what he's got planned. And yeah, most of the viewers were probably from his channel or his audience, because like he is a big guy. He's like in everyone wants him in their series, and yeah. So, what did I reveal at BritCon? I hear you ask, BJ. Well,
yeah, kinda.
Yeah, kinda, because you helped me write most of the scripts and things, but
yeah, true.
So I kind of just revealed the rest of the stuff I have planned for B Team, like the rest of the series names, a little description of them. I also revealed that I'm doing a Guardians of the Galaxy series with Brocave and Kyoto helping me write. So that's... I also talked a bit about the Marvel curse and how I can never finish a Marvel script because I get bored of the idea because they keep coming out with new ones and I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want this character instead, and it just doesn't end well.
Yeah.
2 Avengers projects and a Miles Morales sequel, and I'm still none of them are done. And a Black Panther thing that lasted 4 months and then got cancelled. Yeah, I'm good at writing Marvel stuff, don't you think?
You're amazing at writing Marvel stuff.
Don't give me that. Don't give me false hope. Don't give me false hope. So yeah. I also announced that I would be doing a crossover series with SB Zeal, where his characters from his Woo Crew series end up in the realm of Ninjago at a time where Elemental...
Nice.
Set before the final battle that I released last year. Damn, last year already?
Damn. Time goes fast.
So... they end up in my universe at a time where elemental masters are not nice. They're not allowed to be themselves. They're being hunted by the authorities. Yeah. It's not a vibe to be an elemental master in 2087 in my series, is it? But, high stakes. So yeah. Zeal is also thinking about composing an opening intro and an outro with the help of yours truly. Not me, I meant the other guy, DJ.
Me, of course.
The musician of the group.
Yeah. I have made the theme songs for the B Team since the Techno Takeover, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Techno Takeover. Yeah, Techno Takeover.
And I kind of forgot to use the song you made for B Team Invasion in B Team Invasion. So I'll try and use it in part 2.
Yeah, the final part of the song is more. Well, the final few lyrics are, I think it's actually the final verse of it is more directed at the end of B Team Invasion. So
I'll change the end credits and I'll use that. I'll use that as the outro. So how's Shadowhunters and things doing? Any new ideas or?
Yeah, well, it's been going pretty good. I still have to edit one of my filler episodes, and I have to get started on the second movie. I just need to find a few more voice actors. I kind of have an idea for some of the characters, but I'm not sure if they are willing to do it. So I still have to get around to ask people, so...
Force them to do it. I'm sure they'll love to. The second the second Shadowhunters movie is incredible.
Yeah, DB helped me write it, and I'm pretty proud of it, of the script.
In a way, it's kind of a crossover, kind of.
Yeah, in a way, like, I'm not gonna give too much information away right now, because I want, like, the movie description and stuff to be, like, maybe a few weeks before the release of the second movie, which might be quite far away because, of course, I have my internship, and that's at the airport here in the Netherlands. And
Lovely.
it's pretty exhausting because I'm pretty new to it, and I have to fall into the rhythm and stuff of waking up early in the morning.
It's dreadful.
So when I get used to that, then after work I can also film, edit, whatever. Because right now, after work, I don't feel like doing anything. I'm unmotivated.
I know how that feels. Getting into the habit of getting up early and actually having to just be in the airport yeah, it takes a while to get used to.
Yeah.
And
A plus is like when I have to work early in the morning, and my mother also works in the airport, and when she has the same like time she begins as me or around the same time, then I can just hop in the car with my mom and go instead of taking the bus.
you're lucky. You're very lucky. I also, for those who don't know, work in the airport, or an airport here in Scotland. I won't give too much about my personal life away. But yeah, I have to get the bus, man. Even at early times in the morning, it's not a vibe. It's like...
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, but most of the time, I work weekends a lot. So most of the time when I get on the bus, people are like still drunk from the night out before, and I'm just like, bro, why? So I'm learning.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that yet.
So when I start driving, the sooner I start driving, the better. Because they always choose to sit right next to you, and you're like, you stink. Can you please get away from me, please?
Yeah.
It's just. It's horrible, but yeah, it does take a while to get used to it. When you get used to it, it's
gonna get easier. Definitely.
Yeah, it does. It gets easier. You're right. So have you been keeping up with the news this week?
Well, I'm not. Well, I used to when I was younger, but now I'm not really a huge news follower. I just, when I stumble across it, then I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. And that's it. I don't really keep up with the news.
Well, boy, have I got some stories for you. So, I picked out some stories from the news this week. If there is photos or videos that'll help emphasize what I'm talking about, I'll show you, and then I will pop them either in the notes in the description for the episode. I don't think you can do photos in YouTube, so I will also pop them in the edit, and you will be able to see them on screen, because one of the stories I've chosen, the photo is very much needed. So, are you guys ready? I don't know why I said guys, because it's just us, but So,
yeah.
Hold up, let me get my links. I got my links. So, the first story that we're going to be talking about today is the whole sky turning orange in North America. and how the end is coming and everyone should prepare. No, I'm joking. That's dark. But so this was published today at 1:00 this morning. Well, this is an update on. It's an updated story from what I found last night, but there's just a lot more info, and it's giving me a nice summary of what's going on. So,
hit me with it.
I mean,
well, not literally, but you know what I mean.
I mean, if this smoke was to hit you, you'd probably struggle to breathe. So,
yeah.
The current advice from the US government is for anyone that has to go outside, and I think New York's been particularly hit the worst with it. You have to wear a mask. If anytime you go outdoors, wear a mask, because this is all due to the intense wildfires in Canada, and most, from the looks of things, most of the worst ones are on the Canada-US border, which is making it.
Oh, that's tough.
It's making it, a lot more visible for people who live in, the northern states. So, New York, the government of New York, the government of the state, I don't know geography very well. They will be.
Me neither. Don't worry about it.
You'll soon find out. They will be distributing 1 million free masks today. Today being Thursday, the 8th of June. If you'll probably be this will probably release tomorrow, so it'll be a day out of date. But it's fresh when we're talking about it. So, the Canadian government says that nearly 100 million people in the US and Canada are currently experiencing very poor air quality. I mean, really? You don't say. The air's full of smoke, but hey, thanks guys. Thanks for stating the obvious. Canada has also said that people should wear a mask if they are unable to remain indoors. Yeah.
If you grab groceries, go for it with a mask.
Yeah, it's COVID all over again. Much of the smoke is coming from Quebec, where 150 fires are burning right now. Holy crap.
Nice.
That's 150. Crikey.
Are they crazy?
100. No, that's false information, and we're not about false information. Hundreds.
Or about true information.
Hundreds of American firefighters have been deployed to Canada to help local firefighters battle the flames. Dang. I actually have got a photo of what the current air was looking like in New York yesterday. It got a lot worse. It did get a lot more orange after that. I did see a bunch of videos this morning on the internet.
Yeah, I seen a video too, someone made, it was a video captured, and then it was, on the real, those Snapchat text.
Yeah.
It was, fucking a Call of Duty map.
Yeah, so this is what they're dealing with. I will put this photo in the edit so you guys can see what we're talking about. So, millions of people across North America have been advised to wear. Bro, why is it repeating itself? Dang. Oh, we've got live update from a reporter who I won't name names, but he's reporting, or at least he was at 9:40 this morning. They're restarting their live coverage as intense wildfires in Canada continue to hit the air quality for millions in the eastern US and Canada. People will be advised to wear high-grade masks outdoors, and in New York, authorities will be, we just said that, they're giving out free masks. I've just got a bunch of the photos just now, and it's oh my god, I will show these in the edit. This is starting on Wednesday. This is what they were dealing with.
Dang.
And
it's pretty tame right there, but
it's getting progressively worse, which is, it's not the best about what's going on. People who have people who have been evacuated won't be able to return home until next week, it is estimated. There are currently more than 20,000 people have been evacuated from their homes due to the wildfires across Canada. Around 11,400 of those people live in remote parts of northern Quebec, and another 4,000 are expected to evacuate soon as the fires rapidly spread. The fires have been significantly felt by indigenous communities on Tuesday. I'm not going to butcher that because that is just not going to be the best for my reputation. So basically, a community located about 750 kilometers north of Montreal was one of the several that was ordered to evacuate immediately. People, as they left their homes, a long line of vehicles standing bumper to bumper dotted the only highway out of town. And we've got a quote here from one of the leaders of this Cree. What normally takes 2 hours, reported to be taking about 6 hours to get out. Some were driving all night. Other communities were badly affected by the wildfire smoke and also began evacuating vulnerable people on Wednesday. So it is it's pretty heavy. A bunch of outdoor events have been cancelled. Hundreds have been called off today throughout the eastern US and Canada. The New York City Parks Department cancelled outdoor events and closed city beaches. School activities up and down the East Coast, including sports games and practices, field trips and outdoor recesses were cancelled according to local reports. Horse races were cancelled at several tracks in the region, and Major League Baseball games have been called off in New York and Philadelphia.
Damn, they are tough.
So I've got another full here of... It looks like something out of, as you said, Call of Duty. So...
An old zombie apocalypse in Call of Duty. Dang.
A storm system off Nova Scotia pushed smoke south and then east, causing major northeast US cities to feel the brunt of it on Wednesday. Places further south will likely start to see smoke tomorrow, which could reach as far as South Carolina. Due to weather patterns, the haze will likely persist in New York City tomorrow, and Washington DC could see smoke as well. New York City might see some improvement in the air quality by Thursday evening, which is today, but wind shifts could make conditions worse in western New York and Pennsylvania. And in all of these photos, the sun, it looks really red, doesn't it? And it's just due to the, just the smoke and the clouds and things. It's just making the sun look red. Just as I've been reading out here, we've just got a latest report, which is a lot of numbers.
Oh, yeah, I don't understand a lot with numbers, so
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
not good with math.
I'm just having a quick
So,
read through, and I'll read the bits I do understand. The thick smoke continues to hang over the major cities in North America. They're using Air Quality Index, AQI, which indicates how clean or polluted the air is around you. The index runs from 0 to 500, and the higher the number, the worse for your health. Anything between 151 to 200 is designated as unhealthy. When the number is between 201 and 300, it is very unhealthy, and the risk is increased for anyone at the highest level is labelled hazardous, and this occurs when the AQI is over 301. These are the AQI levels in a handful of US East Coast cities as of 7:30 this morning, 12:30 UK time. So about 10 minutes ago. So Philadelphia is currently at 369, which is not looking good. They're very hazardous.
oh, God.
Washington DC, 235. It's not very unhealthy. Very unhealthy. New York City is currently at 222, which is again very unhealthy. And Buffalo is at 131, which is it's okay at the moment. So just if you guys,
Yeah.
any of you guys listening in the States, just stay safe. Don't
Don't go outside unless you absolutely need to.
don't do what
And wear
BJ
a
said.
mask.
Yeah, because it again, we want you guys to be able to witness our podcast weekly. You know, we don't want you to.
Mhm.
We don't want you to guys to miss out on anything.
Yeah.
So, would you want to weigh in on the situation in the States? Because it's pretty heavy indeed. Yeah, it's not looking good.
I think that's an understatement of the century.
Do you have anything you want to add on the situation?
No, not really. It's just obvious as it is. It's horrible what's happening, and a whole yellow, orangey sky. God dang, I cannot
I
I
know
cannot imagine that happening here in the Netherlands.
it's it was so bad yesterday at a point where flights were being cancelled and rescheduled, just for safety of just for public safety really.
Yeah.
It's it's definitely something, but hopefully it starts to get better in the coming weeks and gets back to normal. Because and those 20,000 people who have been evacuated, I hope they get home soon. Because 20,000, that's just a little. That's a whole bunch. It's not just like a little bit. But yeah. So jumping on to our next story. So jumping across the water to Europe, and you might have heard about the flooding in the Ukraine. Oh, good.
Russia versus Ukraine, really. That's all that's happening. Come on, Russia, leave Ukraine alone.
The link just stopped working, so let me quickly find out. Okay. So I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name, but I mean I will, because I'll probably get called out for it in the comments. But the Ukraine dam has been attacked by Russia, and there is intense flooding hitting the country of Ukraine at the moment. So here's what we know about the Nova Kadhovka incident. So there was a huge dam in the Russian-controlled area of southern Ukraine, and Russia thought, good idea, let's destroy it and flood everyone, because Russia's full of great ideas. Ukraine's military and NATO have accused, so we don't know if it's fact yet, but it's looking likely. They've accused Russia of blowing up the dam, while Russia has blamed Ukraine. Russia didn't.
Oh, they're gonna play the game like it was he, no, it was him.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
It's very much he said, she said. Thousands of people have been evacuated from low-lying areas on either side of the river Dnipro. Probably not said that right, so if any of you guys are offended, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, just know we are not geniuses in the topography and pronouncing names correctly from countries like Ukraine, Russia, with all those difficult looking names.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We're sorry if we offend you, but it's not our fault. We were never taught how to speak those names correctly.
I mean,
how to pronounce them correctly.
I had the chance to learn Russian, but I said no. So that was that. So where is the dam? I hear you guys ask. I don't hear any of you talking because it's an audio medium. We don't it is what it is. The dam, the hydroelectric power plant is in the city of Nova Kakhovka in the Kherson region.
For simplicity, let's call it just Nova.
Yeah.
Makes it easier for us.
The city is, again, just as I said previously there about 5 minutes ago, the city is currently under Russian occupation. The dam was built in the Soviet era and is one of the 6 that sit along the Dnipro River, which stretches from the very north of the country into the Black Sea. The dam holds back a huge reservoir, which locals call the Kakhovka Sea. That was worse than the first time I done it. As you cannot see the other bank in certain places. So what happened? Video footage showed a massive breach in the dam with water surging through it and flooding downstream in the direction of Kherson. Ukrainian dam operator said that the Nova station was fully destroyed and could not be restored. It is unclear when exactly the dam was first damaged, but satellite images suggest that its condition has deteriorated over a number of days. As water from the reservoir poured through the damaged dam, agricultural land and dozens of villages, towns and squares were very quickly flooded. Thousands of people from both sides of the river have been evacuated from their homes, but the full scale of the disaster is not yet clear. So I've got some satellite images here that I'll let you have a quick look at, and I'll pop these in the. So this was last Wednesday. You could still see the roads. And then you could see the road damage, and then the other day, the road no longer exists.
It has been obliterated.
Gone. Absolutely gone.
It was banished to the shadow realm.
Like us. After the first episode flops.
Yeah.
There are major environmental concerns, and the river has been contaminated with 150 tons of industrial lubricant, says President Zelensky, and another 300 tons was at risk of leaking. Agricultural land has been washed away, and the consequences of the flooding on local farmland is likely to be felt for years. Landmines are also being dislodged by floodwaters, prompting concerns not just for the residents in Kherson, but also those coming to provide assistance. So has the dam been attacked? What do you think?
Well, I'm not really sure if the dam has been attacked. If the dam has been breaking down, for a few days, then it could possibly be that maybe it was damaged a few days prior and the water pressure was getting too much for the dam. That could be a possibility. I'm not really sure.
That could be a very, very, very good possibility. Although it's not clear what caused the breach in the dam, but Ukraine's military has accused Russia of deliberately blowing it up. He said, she said.
Since their conflict that has started already a year ago. Jesus, where does the time go?
Moscow may have feared that the Ukrainian forces would use the road over the dam to get troops across the river into the Russian-held territory as part of a counter-offensive. One of the chief engineers at the hydropower and water management company, Mykola Kalninian, I've probably just completely butchered that, claimed that an explosion was the cause. The dam, he told, I'm just reading this and that doesn't not make sense. He told the Ukrainian data journalism site Texty, the dam was built to withstand super powerful impact from the outside, and concludes that it was mined from the inside. Neither Ukraine nor Russia's claims have been verified by BBC News. Alternative theories of what could have caused, or at least contributed to the breaching of the dam have been put forward. So we're not entirely sure at the moment. So, as you said, it could all be, it could be something to do with the water pressure and damage to the road.
It was over the years, it was eventually slowly getting too much. We don't know.
And it's probably gonna be a little while till we find out, because if they keep blaming each other,
Yeah, definitely.
So, moving on to a lighter, happier story.
Well, I don't know if it's happy for the thing itself, for the fish.
Well, we'll soon find out. Let's get the fish's opinion on things. So, on the 6th of June 2023 in Italy, in an Italian river, the title of the article is "Record-breaking monster catfish is caught by keen angler in an Italian river."
Dang,
so,
whole catfish?
I'll show you the photo of the fish.
Dang, my man.
My man's bulky.
Why is your mouth like that? Who was she trying to catfish?
A monster catfish has been caught in an Italian river, but due to the fisherman's kindness, it will not break a world record. The huge beast measured 285 centimeters, making it the largest ever to be caught. Dang. Keen angler...
How do you even have the strength to catch monsters like that?
Keen angler Alessandro Biancardi said, "I was sure that the fish I caught was special, but I would never have imagined what would happen next. When we measured the fish on the mat under the... I don't know how to say that word. Under the eyes of many anglers, fishermen, the meter stopped at 285 centimeters and it was the new world record catfish." Mr. Biancardi was alone when he set out onto the River Po, which cuts across North Italy. He also states that after an endless 40-minute battle, Mr. Biancardi managed to yank the fish to the surface and realised that he had hooked a monster. He said, "I was alone facing the biggest catfish I had seen in 23 years. He had to leap off his boat to bring the prize catch ashore. He had to even swim across the body of water to retrieve his boat and equipment, which had been floating away in the currents.
Damn.
Holy God.
How does one have the strength to catch a monster like that?
In the presence of 10 witnesses, an official measurement was carried out. It surpasses the current record holder, another fish pulled from the river pool, by angler Attila Zesdeli in 2010, by a full 40 centimetres. Yikes. Mr. Biancardi won't break a world record because he decided to release the catch back into the river. He said, "I was very curious about the weight, but I feared to stress the rare specimen out too much, so I decided to safely release it, hoping it could give another angler the same joy he gave to me." So that is that. Big fish.
That's nice. That's nice from the angler.
Yeah. He seems like a very nice guy. What a big...
He does.
That fish is... What has it been eating? Because damn it big.
I think the fish was like, shit, what is happening to me? I'm getting pulled out of the water.
Nah,
Am I going to heaven?
It must be weird for a fish, though, if you're just, going about your daily business, just swimming about, and then next minute you're, out the water, caught on a string, and you just see this guy just putting you, in a bucket or something. That must be terrifying for a fish.
Yeah, and drowning in the air.
I know. Why did we start eating fish, man? They're why didn't we start eating fish? We're destroying the environment, guys.
Well, I'm sure we've been eating fish for over thousands of years, so...
I mean, we have. Definitely. But, are you ready for the last story?
Yeah, sure.
So, in the last story, if the link works, hopefully it does. If not, I'll need to try and do some research and find it. Oh, there we go. It worked. So the title of this article, Colorado Wildlife Officer Frees Bear from Inside a Car.
Did the bear think it was a great idea to just hop in the car?
So...
I think the bear just wanted to go with the one who was in the car, who owned the car.
So there isn't a whole lot written about it, but there is a video. So I'll read what it has to say first. This was yesterday that this was reported. So I'll read out what we've got and then I'll show you the video. According to Colorado parks and wildlife officials, bears know how to open car doors and they will if there is food inside. The unlucky car owner had dog food in his unlocked vehicle in Evergreen, Colorado, and the bear locked itself inside the car until the wildlife officials arrived. So, this guy is determined. Are you ready for the video?
I just gotta say, the guy who had his car unlocked, he's pretty stupid.
Okay.
You don't know what can get in your...
So, if you're ready for the video, I guess...
Yeah, I'm ready.
I need to find it again. The link's closed.
Oh, shite.
I think that was the most Scottish thing you've ever said. Oh, shite.
I'm only Scottish. Are you proud of me?
Right. Okay, here's the video.
Here's our bear. Got a bear that got into a trash can last night and then opened an unlocked vehicle and went inside to get dog food inside. So, we're gonna let him out. And here's our bear. has the doors locked. Give it a try again. Get out of here! Get! Move! Go! Get on, bear! Go!
Bro, my man had to yank the door open. Like, the way he was pulling the door, it was like the bear was holding on from the inside. Like, no, fuck off.
Yeah, the bear was like, my man, I'm protecting your car. Leave me alone.
The bear's like, nah, man, leave me and my dog food alone. I swear, it was the other bear. It wasn't me. I scared him away for you.
Oh, hilarious.
Bro. Imagine though, like, leaving your house, going over to your car and just looking through the window and being like, what the fuck is that? And just seeing a bear just vibing in the front seat of your car. I would be scared. That would be terrifying.
Yeah. But afterwards, I think it's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, just the way that as soon as the door opens, the bear, like, sprints and then, like, looks back and is like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And then keeps running. Oh, the Americans have it crazy, man.
Yeah. Luckily, yeah. It's nowhere near as crazy as ours here.
Between smoky skies and bears stealing cars.
Bears stealing cars.
Bro, Fast and Furious spin-off.
Literally.
The bear...
Don Barreto.
The Bears and Furious, or something like that. Fast and Barious.
Yeah. Okay, Dominic Barreto.
Nah, could you imagine? I mean, at this point, there's gonna be a freaking Fast and Furious with bears, because, I mean, there just is, man. Like, I don't even know how to justify it. There is gonna be some really strange spin-off from the Fast saga that has animals of some kind driving cars.
Yeah.
Like,
all furries driving cars.
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. I mean, that works.
So, yeah. The bears, man. Lock your cars, guys, or the bears are gonna steal it.
The bear don't steal your car if you don't lock it.
They don't give a shit if they don't have a license. We just took a little break
So
in
maybe you
between there. In between recording.
Yeah.
Before we move on to post of the week, I have a story to tell. So on our little break, while we were finding our posts and bathroom and whatever, I took the trash out and I opened the bin and this little fucking squirrel just pops out the bin and gives me a heart attack. So I don't think it's just America that's got animals thinking they're better than humans, but
Scotland as well. God dang.
We got evil squirrels in Scotland. So we got trash squirrels. I don't know about you, but we got trash squirrels, so that's a thing.
We got storm houses here.
So post of the week, what is it? So on our following on our Instagram, might be YouTube sometimes, but we'll see. We are going to pick we're each going to pick our favorite post from one of the creators we follow, and we're gonna show it off, say what we like about it, and why it's our favorite. Why it's our favorite. So these posts, they will be in the edit don't worry, you will get to see what we're looking at. And the creators of these posts will be
linked in the description.
And appropriately
credited.
That's the word. Credited. Yeah. So take it away.
Starting it off, I'm gonna have my favorite post of the week, and this week there have been a lot of good posts coming by, and out of all of the posts, my favorite has to be one of the posts from the Instagram user the Break Addict, new team members as the caption of the post, and a picture of the post right now should be on screen. And we see the new members of the Ninjago Dragon's Rising team, Sora, Aaron, and, of course, little baby dragon baby Ryu. Cute little thing. And the reason why it's my favorite is because it has a simplicity to it. Like, just the figures positioned in a way, a little background, and nothing too crazy edited. And it is also my favorite pose because of Sora. I really love Sora's suit, and the face print is amazing. I think I'm in love with that figure.
Legit. All the new figures, I've got them sat in front of me right now, and Sora, Aaron, I love them. Even the ninja suits, they're really basic, but they work, and I love.
Yeah.
I don't have any faults with the new sets in this wave.
Yeah. Oh god, hang on. One of my cats is meowing like crazy. Hold up. I'm gonna comfort the cat for a few seconds.
I heard the kitty cat, but I don't. Who knows? It might be on the podcast. See, if you hear a cat screaming, it's being looked after incredibly well. It's just being dramatic. You know, cats, pretty dramatic animals. Don't have any, but I do follow a lot of people who do, and my friends have cats, and they're very, very freaking dramatic.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go...
Especially my mom's cat, because whenever I pick him up, he starts meowing like crazy, like, chill, you drama king.
I know, right? Drama.
Back to the topic at hand of favorite post of the week. As I said, Sora's suit, a 10 out of 10. And the suit of Aaron, it's pretty simple, but the little dragon on his hoodie reminds me of Ninjago Legacy, those dragons.
Bring back Legacy.
It brings back Legacy in a way,
it's
but not completely, you know?
They should bring back Legacy, though. We're still waiting for Deep Stone suits, man.
Yeah.
We're still waiting
for a Legacy Moro.
We're still waiting, and Lego's just like, nah, have core instead. And then they're like, actually, don't have core. It didn't sell as well, so that doesn't exist anymore. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you honestly think that's why they're putting like all the core stuff in the show now? Because it's trying to sell the sets?
Probably.
Because not like some of the sets were like first wave. I hated core. Like, you know my feelings on it.
Yeah.
Some of the sets,
like especially those two small dragons. Oh, they were so bad.
Some of my,
I mean,
yeah.
I get that it's aimed at a younger audience, but come on.
Some of the sets they were okay.
Yeah.
For example,
Dojo Temple.
Dojo Temple, Lloyd's car. I picked up Zane's Evil Mech just because I saw it, and I'm like, I guess I should give Legacy a chance.
Core, you mean Core,
that's
not Legacy.
Yeah, I should give Core a chance because.
Yeah, I also have Zane's Evil Mech. it's pretty good now that I have it in hand.
But
So
I
it's
kind of
not the best, but
it's not the
it's-
best, but it's not the worst.
true. It's
For-
in between.
For like a $10 set, it's pretty
Pretty good.
yeah. But yeah, when I saw the Ninja Combo Mech and Lloyd's car in crystallized, I was like, what's going on here? And then I noticed that Lloyd's Evil Mech from Core 2 was in the Dragon's Rising trailer or music video or one of them.
Yeah, and as well as the Jace mech we got.
Yep,
in
as well as
Power Wave.
as Jay's Titan Mech, yep. And spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it. Spoiler alert, BJ. But there is a scene in the first episode where there is one of the Bone Warriors from Core 2. And he has a speaking line. So I think what they were trying to do is trying to reinvent Ninjago for younger kids.
Yeah,
but it
probably
didn't-
that.
But then they realized, I don't think it, like, Ninjago, like, not a lot of young kids. Like, I don't know. Because a lot of Ninjago fans, we've grown up with the show. Like, we were kids when it started.
Yeah,
And,
like us.
now we're all starting to grow up. We're like, do we really want this? 'Cause-
We're getting old, guys and girls. We're getting old.
I know, we almost have we do have real life jobs. Scary. But yeah, that's our opinions on Core. If you're offended, then comment below and I will fight you. Don't
Feel free to be offended.
feel free to be offended, and we will comment back. Do you have anything else you want to say about the Brickadix post, or?
No, overall, it's simple, but it's great.
Score out of 10?
Probably a 9 out of 10.
Very nice, very nice. So, I will share my post now. Again, sticking with the simplicity with the posts.
Mm-hmm.
My favourite post from this week has come from A7 Lego, who is a member of the B team. Not biased or anything.
Yeah, and he is also a pretty big Ninjago community member, so
Yeah, he's got a very
quite
big,
a lot of people know him.
very big following for someone who's younger than us. So,
Yeah, it's sad.
so
Nah, the guy deserves it. He makes great posts.
yeah, he does. So, this will be on your screens as well. So, in the post, it is, it's just a basic kind of shelf setup, and it has Skylar, but with Aaron's mask and armor piece from Dragon's Rising on top of her hunted suit. And she's also got the mask that she had on her printed on her minifigure head from the 2015 Tournament of Elements sets. And it just looks...
The Cobra Copter attack or something?
Yeah. And just the color scheme, it just works so well for Skylar.
True.
Lego are really slacking when it comes to Skylar. Yeah, we got the crystallized minifigure, which I'm holding in front of me right now. Where's the leg printing? Where's the accurate suit? Like, my girl never wore this in the show. And what's with the white face paint under her eyes? She didn't do that either. Bro, all she did, she came in, she kept Nia frozen for a bit. She helped blow up the monastery, trying to stop the villains from getting the golden weapons. Spoiler alert. should have said that earlier. I'll pop it in the edit. Witnesses Nia get absolutely destroyed by Pythor, tries to fight Pythor, gets absolutely destroyed, and then decides, yeah, I won't speak very much. Let's cut to episode 25 when the ninja are trying to regroup in the newspaper warehouse. Yeah, she comes in, she helps Cole and Kai, she merges their two powers, bang, bang, bang. And then she breaks Kai's heart, and that's the last thing she says all season. Let's just stop the Crystal King, then talk about us. Dragons Rising comes along, there is no us. Anyway, speaking of poor Kai, out of focus but in the background of the posts, and A7's done it really well. The Skylar minifigure is in focus, but the you can see Core Kai standing.
Yeah, probably a Pixar effect.
Yeah,
Has to be.
you can see Core Kai standing in the background with unmasked.
With his scared face.
Yeah, with his scared face from Prime Empire.
The DG Kai suit.
And he's just like, bro. And what's the caption on the post? Hold up. Dragons Rising Skylar, yellow love heart. So, it's just basic, and Skylar I absolutely love as a side character. Kind of like Pixel more at the moment, but either way, they both don't exist in canon anymore. Lego better sort that out before I sue. Anyway, that's all I've really got to say on the post. Do you have any criticisms?
No, I don't. It's a really good post, and
I was meaning
like
I was meaning criticizing Lego for not including Skylar as much.
Yeah, they need to get Skylar in more and more. Get her involved, please. Like
she should. She literally had the chance to join the team in Tournament of Elements. All the promotional material was setting her up, and then Lego just went, nah, she can go work in a kitchen.
Where she belong?
Bro, it's not that type of podcast, man. We're not Andrew Tate. Come on, we're not trying to radicalize these kids.
No, it was just a joke.
Yeah. So yeah. So, section 4. This is where we would have a guest on, and we would interview them about their series and why they were started making it, this, that, and the next thing.
Yeah, there's standard questions. Because
we decided kind of like last night that we were making a podcast, we didn't really have enough time to get a guest for the first episode.
Yeah, but I also think that for the first episode, like, it would be a nice introduction, have people introduced to what we do on this podcast and stuff, and have them get a taste, and then the next episode, we'll go with the guests.
Yeah. So, I put a thing out on my Instagram about asking people to DM me if they want to be featured on the podcast in the coming episodes. So far, I have 5 people who have asked to be on. I will do another, kind of like question box thing for people to drop their names below. So follow me on Instagram if you want to be on as our special guest in the next few weeks. It is Danger
Boss Productions.
Yes.
That's his tag.
That is my tag. I will link it in the description below. And I don't know, BJ, if you want to do it as well, because we have slightly different audiences.
Yeah, I guess I can do that, but...
Oh my goodness. We should ask Ninja Blade Official if he wants to be one of the special guests. Oh wait, he's already here.
That's me.
But yeah, so we would kind of just do like a small section as like an interview, kind of like about 5 or 10 questions.
Yeah, about that.
We would get their opinions on our baby Ryu just fell off the table. He can fly though. He's a dragon. It's okay. So yeah, we would get their opinions on the stories we talked about today. The bear in the car.
Yeah.
Comment your opinions below, because I want to know what you think about the bear in the car and what you would do in that situation. So, do you think we should tell them? Do you think we should tell them who we've got booked for next week?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
So, there will be a photo on screen right now, which is this person's YouTube channel and or Instagram handle. And we have got coming on for episode 2 of Into the Shadows with DB and BJ. Our special guest for episode 2 is none other than Kyoto YouTube. I don't know what's his handle because it's different on Instagram and YouTube. So we've got Keaton from B Team coming on as our special guest next week. How are we feeling about that?
Feeling good. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. And speaking of Keaton, what have you got a favourite kind of project he's worked on, or? Because I have to say,
well, I haven't watched anything he made yet. I still have to come around to do that, and some other people I recently started following. But I've been just busy with my own stuff.
maybe
Dealing with waking up early for work, so...
just some advice. Maybe you should watch a couple of his videos before he comes on next week.
Yeah.
Because could you imagine? So BJ, do you have any questions for Keaton?
No.
No. Why not? I haven't watched his stuff. Yeah.
That would be so awkward.
I just spilt my juice everywhere. Ugh.
Oh no, not the juice.
Yeah, that would be kind of awkward. But yes, we have Keaton coming on next week for episode 2 of DB and BJ Into the Shadows. That was the wrong way round, but you get the gist of things. So
yeah, Into the Shadows with DB and BJ.
That's the one. You know it. You don't hear anything. You'll never hear anything we talk about anywhere else. I mean, fires in America, that might be on the news, but you never hear it anywhere else. What else was I gonna say? Oh, no, I forgot. Never mind. Yeah, so Keaton YouTube. Keaton.
Section 4 thing I explained. The guest.
Yeah. Keaton will be here next week, and we hopefully will be releasing an episode. Hopefully an episode a week. However, if we are, if our schedules or life get in the way, we will let you guys know via social media. And yeah.
Yeah, but we will try to have a podcast episode every week.
Because no two stories are the same. I mean, they are.
True.
If you reboot the franchise 17 times. But yes. If there's any changes to that, we'll let you know. So, you have reached the end of the first episode of Into the Shadows with DB and BJ. We hope you had fun. We hope we made you...
hope you had a very great time and that we have made your day today.
Yeah, we hope we made you laugh, especially with the small rant about Skylar, which I could rant.
Yeah.
I could rant about a lot of things from Ninjago. One being
True.
the color green, and the character who wears a lot of it. I could go all day. But I'll save that for a future episode in case we run out of any ideas. So, yeah, this is what you can expect from us. This is, 4 sections. Section 1, we just talk about us, how we're doing, blah, blah, blah.
How our week has been, and any future plans or something.
Section 2, we talk about the news and all the crazy things happening. All the crazy things happening in the world with, bear theft auto and things,
Yeah.
And section 3, post of the week, there'll be a new post every week. Hoping that they don't remake posts that are better than the originals. But there should be a post every week that we picked out as our favourite. Also, what we'll do is we could maybe ask our special guest to pick out a post of the week and they can talk about that. But we'll discuss that off air.
Off mic.
Yeah, so we'll discuss that behind the scenes and to save you guys being bored. So yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me Thank you for joining us on the first week of Into the Shadows. We hope you have, whenever you listen to this, we hope you have a great day, great week, and
we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week, hopefully. Just like we said, before, if there's any changes to the schedule of when it will release, or just any changes in general, we will let you know via social media, and we'll
Instagram, mainly.
We will try and get an episode out to you as soon as possible. If you guys have any questions you'd like to ask Keaton down below as well, feel free to comment them and we will ask them for you. I feel like we should have mentioned that in section 4. But anyway.
Yeah, but
we'll just remind you guys. We'll just remind you.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, this is DB signing off.
This is BJ signing off.
Peace out, guys.
We'll see you later. Peace.